Yeah, so as you can see behind me there, the pond isn't looking as clear as it usually does. The reason being so, there's formaldehyde and malachite green in there. Yeah, like a lot of people, I've been suffering with a lot of Costia. Yeah, so what I've done is, before I add the new fish in from the main pond, from the grow on pond, I just want to get this pond completely sorted, the fish sorted. So this is actually my third dose of this. I haven't put out a video in a while. This is my third dose. So I did one dose 10 days ago, then 5 days ago, and now today. So 3 doses, 5 days apart. It was recommended by a local kite dealer here in Ireland. So as you can see, the water is got that blue malachite green kind of tinge to it. So yeah, so this is the third dose. So again, hopefully this sorts it out. I'll leave it a week, I'll test, and then I'll get the new fish, get the fish over from the grow on, the fish that I'm keeping, and get the grow on ready, because the open day for Cleary Aquatics, where I get all the tocci from, is on the 27th, I think, the Saturday. So get that sorted next weekend, which will be the 20th or there, and then get the fish in, get the new tocci the following week ready. Just want to get this sorted, as I suppose it's that time of year when, coming from winter into spring, everyone seems to be having issues. The pond is currently at 14 degrees, which isn't too bad, and the grow on pond is down to ambient as well. So next weekend, I'll just move down across. Yeah, so you can see by the bubbles there, it's fairly malachite green looking. Yeah, fish are going okay though. So what I might do is I'll just overlay the video of the Costia, just for most of you obviously know, but just to show you the amount of what Costia looks like and the amount of it I found on the slide. I tried 2 fish and only one of them fish had it, so, but he had a lot of it. I'll put that up now. Yeah, so today I'm going to introduce the first 3 fish from my grow on that I'm keeping. I spooked them there. There they are there. 2 Mariam, a Kahaku, and a Kin Shiro as well. Yeah, nice fish, got great growth over the winter period there in the grow on. So the grow on has been dropped down to ambient temperature now. It's actually 11.5 and the pond is 12, so there'll be no issues there. Yeah, delighted with the growth of them there, and a nice 3 fish to add. So what I'm going to do, just something I always do when I introduce a new fish to the pond, even though they're scraping clean, never had an issue, not a mark or anything like that, but I'm just going to give them, just for my own peace of mind, a quick PP bath. 5 minutes peep in from there into there, 5 minutes, and into the pond. Yeah, see, the pond is going well. Fish are starting to come back to life a bit as the weather warms up. Yeah, so I'm going to give them a quick PP bath and I'll come back to you in a minute. Yeah, so they're in there now about 3 minutes. Just going to leave them another 2 minutes or so. As you can see, it's very black. I use a very high dose of PP. Obviously everyone's different depending on their pond and what they want to do and everything like that, but no, I don't like, yeah, I just use a fairly high dose of PP for them. Yeah, so another 2 minutes they'll be rocking and I'll get them into the pond then. Yeah, so they're back in the clean water now. It's gone a little bit dirty there with the PP that came on them when they got put back in. Going to leave them there for 5 minutes or something. Then I'm going to use the sock net and get them in there. I have one of them the waterproof sock nets that you can swoop up and it actually takes the water there. It's just easier for handling with that because you keep them in the water when you're moving them. This was on AliExpress or something like that. It was only less than €20, but it took, like everything on AliExpress, took a long time to get there. So I'm going to socknate these up and get them into the main pond. Yeah, so they're just in there now. There's one of the Kahakus.
And they're probably staying around the bottom for a day or two, just so they get used to the swing. It's probably, even though it's the same order, everything is probably a swing in pH. And there is, where's the other one? There's the Kinshiro. And there is Hunkaku and Tsukaku. Yeah, so they'll be stressed out after being netted up and PP back and different water, same degrees and everything. So yeah, so I'll let them settle in. This is the next week. I have all the grow on fish moved across to the main pond. Also got a lot of stuff done in the garden, a bit of painting, painted the pergola over the pond, just painted all the rims. And I don't think I showed you this yet. This is where the old pond used to be. So because when I took it down, there was a big slab where it was, so I didn't really know what to be doing with it. So I said I would put the easiest way out was getting a decking down the sort of the space that it was in. So that's where the pond was, and now it's the decking area, and I had power and everything brought over there, so I left the socket there and I have the 2 lights, which is ideal. And there's a nice view sitting there, and you can see the pond and sitting there. So yeah, happy out with it. Yeah, it looks good there. It's got the flower bed painted. As I was saying there, the fish had Costia there a couple of weeks back. All seems to be good now. There's a look at them now. There's the Tamasab in the main pond, not a bother on him, holding his own. There's the Dites, or sorry, the Showa, the Dites, the Showa. Yeah, so they're all going well in there. What I want to get done today is, so I'll show you inside the filter house. I actually got 2 fish during the week for the grow on, and the rest will be got in Cleary Aquatics on the 27th. But I got these from Costia. I just seen them on the website and I like them. So what we got is, I'll take them out more when I get all the fish in, just to get full measurements and all that. Little Sagi and Ginrin Yamabuki. Just something to keep the pond ticking over until the rest of the grow-ons are added. Another thing I got was these be going up on the wall. I got these on AliExpress. So you just get the canvas inside them, just different Japanese pictures. They're only like €1 or €2 or something like that on AliExpress. It took a while to get here, but for €1 or €2 you can't go wrong. And the frames I got in IKEA, which are dirt cheap as well. It's got the plastic front, not glass. So just going to stick these up around the place, make it feel a bit more Japanesey in here. Yeah, so yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, so I have 2 jobs to do in here now. The first job, I haven't done it since I got this, is get this lid off. There's always going to be a lot of cook and all that gathered up in the waste. Going to get the spray gun, which I use for my Easy Pod, which comes from the water already in the pond, and just spray that down, clean it all up and finally get this season going. The other thing I want to do is, I don't know if you can see that there, I want to drop down the overflow. The pond, I can actually drop down the level of the pond slightly. It's just easier filling up and all that, because that's literally right at the tip there. You can see it when that water's on. So that little white pipe just there, I'm going to cut that down maybe 2 inches, so I'll have a new height level. It's also good with the drum, because if the power goes off, a lot of this water in the drum goes to waste. So just going to bring that down a little bit as well. First things first, I'm going to get this lid off and I'll show you what I mean. So there's the lid off. Anyone that says the drum is maintenance free, they're not telling you the whole story. Occasionally, sorry, the sunshine, then you do have to clean out waste pipes, clean out all this. Not to, like, again, this is my first time doing this, so it's not like something you have to do the whole time, but it is something you have to keep an eye on for a build up of anything. Just looking down there, I think there's a snail or something down there. I'll look at that. And you can also see here, after medication, you can see a build up of the Malachite green over there in the corner. Yeah, so this is the gun I use. I'm not going to show you doing this because it's just noise and it will deafen you. So I'm going to get this cleaned up. Another thing I want to do, because I'm putting down the overflow level, I'm also going to put down the flow switch level. So with these you can adjust it. I'm going to bring it down slightly, maybe a centimetre and a half, just so it's not going off more frequent or anything, just kind of keep it in line for what I'm moving. Yeah, I'll come back to you when this is all spick and span, hopefully. Yeah, so this drum is looking a lot cleaner. So as you can see, there's water everywhere from using the sprayer, but the amount of shite that came in this, that would have been obviously clogged up inside it and all that. So what I did was turn on a manual and leave the power washer over it, and the amount of shite that came out that whole madness just goes to show that the drum filter, like, there's big clumps of stuff as well, so it has to be done every so often just to keep on top of it. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much in here. I'll get the lid back on. Another thing actually, which was not fun to do, was this, where all the waste goes from the drum. I've been through that before, but I cleaned that out the weekend. It's got the flow switch in there, but it's got the sump pump in there. I took out the pump and there was about 4 inches of slop in there, so I had to hoover all that out and just clean it up. Disgusting. Just getting these jobs done now, for won't have to go at them now till the end of spring, or end of summer, mid-summer probably. Yeah, so another few jobs off the list. So that's all I really have for this week. Just getting ready for the summer and that, and sorting out any issues I have now rather than later. So again, Costia sorted, a fish moved in. Next video will be all the grow on fish that I get from Cleary Aquatics next week. I'll show you a bit of the store up there, and I'll also show you the ones I pick out. Just throw these in a bit of food, but when I walk over they stop eating. Yeah, so that's everything. If you like the video, give me a like, maybe subscribe if you want to see more. Perfect. Thank you.